really scares me in business is when businesses get customer complaints or client complaints. Because I figure if you've annoyed someone so much that they've felt compelled to actually pick up the phone, send you an email, leave an online review saying how badly you've done something, something must have really gone wrong. Really, if you deliver an average service, your customer's probably not going to be a raving fan, but they're also not going to pick up the phone to complain. If they're picking up the phone, something's gone wrong. So, let's look at the reasons why that might have happened and look, gosh, how long is a piece of string?
Yeah.
One thing that I see from a marketing point of view is that if your branding or your marketing or your advertising has gone out and given a promise that you have not been able to deliver, there's a discrepancy there, so there's a disappointment because your website or your ad or your radio, promotion, whatever it is, has promised one thing and then they've turned up to your office or your shop or your website and it's not what it turned out to be, and generally that's because there's a staff member. It generally has people involved.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's because you've said, we give the best customer service in town or service with a smile or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And then they get there and there's this really, demotivated, perfunctory staff person that's there delivering them not service with a smile.
Yeah. So the delivery from the individual's perspective is different to the experience that's been set up on the website or on the phone or in the brand. So some of the things that and it's true, it's often people related. So some of the things that I would recommend is setting your expectations and talking to your staff about the kinds of service and exactly how they deliver that you expect. So setting those ground rules and expectations around customer service, setting some measures or key performance indicators around customer service so that they're very clear on how quickly they need to resolve an issue. We'd also talk about behaviours and our company values. If customer service excellence is going to be something that we stand for, then how do we link that back to everybody's behaviour every single day?
Yep.
And that's about really communicating and talking and training your staff in those behaviours and what's expected all the time, not just once a year, not just once every 2 years, but every team meeting we talk about customer service, what's expected every day, how all sorts of different ways of delivering it. We actually brainstorm issues that have happened and we educate around those case studies that are real case studies in our business. You might even find that it could be one person, so you need or one or two people that are driving these responses. So you really need to do a little bit of investigation, or indeed a lot of investigation around the causes of what's gone wrong, because you may even find there's deeper individual challenges and issues that reveal themselves. I've supported some clients through some issues with customer complaints where the individual going out on site has had some mental health challenges.
Right.
And so that impacts their behaviour on a daily basis and the way they interact with people.
Yes.
So on site, and their customers. So there might even be some different supports that need to happen in the workplace.
And your people are so much a part of your brand. Everyone thinks that brand is just a logo, and logo is definitely part of your brand, but the biggest touch point and the most emotional, the most energy that people will get from your brand are through your people.
Yeah.
Particularly, if you're an online business that has absolutely no exposure to, anyone that works for you, that's fine. But if you've got people in your business, that's what people are. That's what your customers will feel.
Yeah. So your team have to take ownership of your brand and really be aligned with what you represent. Some of the, some fabulous examples would be, where they're working in uniform, or they're out in uniform after work hours and they're at the pub getting drunk.
Yes.
Or they're, something that might not, you might not resonate with you is them smoking in your company vehicles or in their uniform. Those sorts of things can get customers offside very quickly. So you need to really set your ground rules and expectations and communicate them all the time.